be spicy.
Not too spicy. Kita kali ini ada di dapur. Kita lagi mau masak, not cooking. So he wanna make kind of sauce, dipping sauce.
No, I'm making Mexican style salsa.
Salsa.
That's common with, you use with like tortilla chips, or it goes on any dish you want to. It's kind of like sambal.
Ya, yeah, it's just like
Mexican style sambal.
Mexican. Ya, maksudnya kalau buat kalian yang belum pernah lihat, nanti kita lihat aja seperti apa hasilnya. Dan kalau untuk makanan ini aku nggak pernah bikin, so I never make this. He always make the salsa because I don't know how to make. Well, I can learn, but I prefer he made. Right?
Well, I've been making it for a while.
Yeah. So guys, okay. I want you to explain what the stuff that you need.
So my style of salsa, I have 6 ingredients. I've got pink Himalayan salt. I've got jalapenos.
Jalapeno
peppers.
Ini cabe yang pedas banget
ini. It's a medium hot.
Where is the jalapeno originally come from? Is Mexico or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got some limes to make lime juice.
Jadi 3 jeruk nipis, 4 jalapeno.
I got some garlic
50 gram.
And some cilantro.
Ini daun ketumbar.
Coriander.
Ya, daun ketumbar.
And I've got a bunch of tomatoes.
Tomatosnya ini how many? 1 kilos. And how many of this?
2 kilos of tomato.
2 kilo.
About
2
kilo of onion.
1 kilo. And then ini.
Here, well, it all depends. Here I've got, I think, more than I would normally do. But that's fine, Again, all of this is to taste. So.
Okay. So
started.
what do you want to start first?
Well, sure that we have, lime. Too much lime makes it more sour than you want it. Not enough lime, but lime helps with the fermentation process because I'm not just making salsa, which most people make fresh salsa, which tastes great, but I prefer to make fermented salsa.
How long do you ferment the salsa?
Well, it depends on the temperature, but I would say that, that I'll ferment it for probably 3 days.
In here, our place is always warm compared to keto one.
Keto
is always cold.
It here for 3 days. In keto, I would normally ferment it for 4 days.
Okay. Keto itu waktu kita tinggal di Ecuador, guys. So, what's the best? What do you say?
This is the best citrus squeeze that I've ever had because it has 2 joints and not just one, and so the leverage allows you to. It doesn't take as much strength to use, but it provides more force for squeezing, so it's a more effective.
Jadi cairannya yang di dalam jeruk itu bisa keperas semua.
And you can get most all the juice out of there.
Even the skin juice as well.
Well, that's why I'm double squeezing it. So
you put double of this. It will help.
Well, yeah, that will too. I'm just trying to get to 75.
Kita butuhnya 75 gram.
I can get more out of it.
Jadi fermentasi, cuman ini fermentasinya hanya menggunakan garam sama jeruk. Cuman tempatnya harus ketutup rapat.
Go in ultimately into this container and just sit for a few days.
Okay.
And that will change. It'll make the flavor more richer and increase, the probiotics. Make it more healthy, richer flavor. It has a distinctly different flavor than fresh salsa does.
Pas 75 gram.
Okay, so that goes in the blender or the food processor. And we're done now with one ingredient.
Okay.
Second ingredient is garlic. I'm using 75 grams of lime juice, 50 grams of garlic.
Garlicnya tadi udah ditimbang ya, 50 gram sebelum dianjurkan.
And that's plenty.
Yeah, strong garlic.
It makes it seems to be a good amount for. It's all about how much, you know, the strong ingredients like lime and garlic. You use those amounts based on how much onion and tomato you have. The key ratio of onions to tomatoes is 2. For every 2 grams of tomato you want, I should say, not what you want, but what I like is 1 gram of onion for every 2 grams of tomato.
When the first time you make a salsa before? The first time in your life?
Oh, probably when I was a teenager.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought after you are overseas.
No, I learned about probably when I was a teenager learning Spanish in middle school, high school. But I had gone overseas to Mexico for summer for a couple weeks with my classmates.
Salsa is very easy to find in America.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere, but I think when it homemade salsa tastes better because always we can adjust what we want, right? Like we like spicy or sour.
Well, yeah, I mean it's all about these suckers right here. This is what makes it spicy or not. Is the jalapeno peppers.
Jalapeno.
There is different kinds of peppers that you can use in salsa.
Yeah.
I mean, I have, when I lived in Indonesia, I used Indonesian chilies. When I was in Thailand, I used Thai chilies.
When in Indonesia, have you seen jalapeno sell on the
Rarely.
market?
They're hard to. You would have to go to maybe some imported foods market. I don't think they grow jalapenos in Indonesia.
No, because we
But
have
you can get them like in Western style food markets sometimes, I think.
But because we already have a spicy chili, so
yeah. So I learned how much spicy chili to use. Of course, with Indonesian chili, the less is more.
What?
You can't take out the chili, so you know. You start with less and then learn how much is the appropriate level of spiciness, where everybody has their different desire. Now, for jalapenos, these are only a medium spicy pepper, so, you know, I'm putting in here 190 grams of jalapenos. But I would say normally I would put 150 is what I would normally put. Why not make it a little more spicy than normal? Okay. So now, the next thing.
This is the favorite leaf. My favorite leaf. I always like
it's my favorite
coriander.
Too. And in Mexico, they have their own name for it, which is what's used in the United States called cilantro.
Oh yes, cilantro.
Which it's the same exact thing as coriander. So
but actually, this is a daun ketumbar. In Indonesia, coriander leaf, cilantro, atau daun ketumbar.
And I'm not, you know, because it's going into a food processor, it doesn't have to be chopped up finely. It just chopped up, kind of get it. It's like when you're chewing food, you get it. Chewing is the process of starting the digestion, but the digestion really happens in the stomach. So this is kind of like the pre-digestive process.
Baunya daun coriander, segar. I like with the coriander.
Again here,
as well.
My rule of thumb is 150 grams of this.
Coriander leaf.
Yeah, but I like to have the same level of chili as coriander. In this case, a little bit more than average. But again, you know, recipes, things are. That's why it's a beautiful thing of cooking, because it always comes out a little bit different each time. As long as the ingredients are within a certain range of similarity, you're going to get consistent consistently good flavor. Coriander's in there. So I call these the small ingredients. There's one more small ingredient, and that is salt. You can use any kind of salt you want. I only now use Himalayan pink salt for anything that I ever do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put in, and now we're going to use American or past British measurement.
How many tablespoons?
So I'm putting in 3 tablespoons.
3 sendok makan garam. Kita pakai Himalayan pink salt karena
like
lebih sehat ya guys.
Like jalapenos. Don't put too much salt. It will ruin your salsa if it gets too salty. So I've learned that this is the right amount for what I think is a good. Yeah. And again, this you can always add more salt. You can't take it away.
Right. So better just put a little bit first and then later
add more if you
need.
think more. Again, this recipe is designed for fermented salsa. Fresh salsa could use a different amount of salt. Okay, so now
kita udah siap ini mau di food processor. Oh, mau masukin tomatnya sekalian.
Now, the reason that I'm putting some tomatoes in here is because I want to, basically tomatoes are like the liquid. So when they break up, they're full of water. That's going to help to mix the bottom, move around all of these dry. You know, the jalapenos are pretty dry. The cilantro is pretty dry. Allows for all of them to be nicely. And of course, you can't, you know, the tomato and the onion they go together. So I'm going to add some onion to this first batch too, just because they like each other. And one thing, I'm going to put it on low. Let's see, I'm going to turn it on.
Have you plugged in?
There we go, it's plugged in. And now I'm going to hit low. I'm going to do the pulse, and I'm going to do it for 60 seconds because I want this one to really grind it up good. I want to really, you know, make a really, I don't want it to be chunky, this one. These ones later I'll do on the, I'll put half and half in there, and that's where I'll make it chunky. It's half done. Just making sure that all these large bits on the side of the walls get in there, so they all get, you know.
Jadi yang di pinggir-pinggir dibersihin dulu, guys.
So you get all the chunks blended up nicely. Okay, and 30 more seconds.
Okay, so after that, what you doing?
Yep, so this has been 1 minute total. So this is well processed, it's quite fine.
Oh, lihat deh, halus banget.
And
jadi ini,
Yeah,
spicy.
you can smell it. It's
pedas
strong.
banget.
So, that's gonna go in here. Now, because I'm gonna blend another batch.
Jadi nggak perlu dibersihin tempatnya, guys, karena mau dipakai untuk ngeblend tomat sama with the onion, ya.
There we go. Yeah, with tomato and onion now. So now I just cut them into fours, throw them all in. This is this way. All the spices and seasonings can be super well processed.
I see.
And then I can make the bulk items can be more chunky. So you get a nice combined texture in the salsa itself. Because some people like it a little more chunky, some people like it a little more blended. I like a combination of both. So I make it. The bulk ingredients of onion and tomato are the keys to chunkiness. We like using the highest quality onions and tomatoes.
Yeah, kita pakai organic tomatoes, organic garlic, and organic what again? Coriander. Baunya ini banget, strong banget. The smell of this.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Can I move this? The scale?
Yeah, the scale, we're done with that. And okay, that's the last tomato. So all the ingredients are now in here.
What about the onion?
It's all in there. Here.
So then you just mix this, stir well. After
Yep.
that,
The more we can keep, the better. Okay.
just put there. Ya, ini tugas aku nanti nyuci guys. Kalau nggak masukin aja nanti ke mesin pencuci piring. Kalau banyak.
The last bit of this.
Samis.
Yes.
Lihat warnanya bagus banget. This is mixed very good because you know they have to blind.
Yeah.
This work very well.
Maybe next time I would put not as much, so then I can just, you know, blend it a little bit less. Or just blend it twice instead of that one big. But that's okay.
But this is look nice. Ini dia biasanya agak lebih kasar tomatnya. Tadi dibilang agak lebih terlalu halus. But this look nice. Kelihatan cantik. Nah,
you gotta get the green coming up.
You don't need this anywhere, right?
Nope, no need. You get the green coming up now. It actually changes the color quite a bit.
Look beautiful. So this is it. After mix well, then move to the jar.
Yep, just move it to the jar.
Jadi udah ini dicampurin, nanti masukin ke ini toples yang ada tutup ini nih buat seal. Jadi ini biar nggak kena udara keluar masuk.
Now, and to try it, why don't you try here?
Oh, aku mau cobain dulu.
Gonna be spicy.
Not too spicy.
Okay.
Little bit spicy in the end. Terakhirnya udah mau habis baru in the end. But this tastes good. Perfecto.
That's actually what this one is nice for.
Yeah.
Because I can pour it.
But you can use the green. This one, Daddy. This one.
Yeah.
You want me to help with it?
Maybe we pour it into this one.
Up to you. Maybe just put directly. Put it here.
Now you want to make sure when you put it in here, see what happens is the solids and the liquid parts begin to separate immediately. So you always want to put in a balance of the solid and liquid. Slightly tricky, so you want to put the lip over the edge and slowly put it in. Otherwise, you will make a mess.
You think that will be fit the jar? This is the first time you make.
No, this is the second.
This is the second.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, you use. I remember now.
Yeah, this jar will.
So
most of it will go in
how
here.
big that jar?
Here it says
3 liter, 3,000.
3 liter here, so we can see.
Extra. Yeah.
And on this side, ounces. So it's about a gallon, which is 3.8 liters.
Kalau dipenuhin lebih dari 3 liter. This
Close
is
it up.
perfect, you know, not the onion not too spicy.
Yeah, because I know the recipe. I've been doing this. I've been taking notes. Every time I make salsa, I take notes, and I've refined it to the point where I've got my base amounts.
Okay, so to the camera, the salsa you made.
So here's a gallon of salsa ready for fermentation.
Ready salsa to eat in 3 days. So where do you put after this? Just in the cabinet?
You're just gonna put it up there and let it sit.
Nah, disimpan di sana karena mau didiemin 3 hari. Tempatnya tinggi, kalau aku nggak nyampe harus pakai tangga.
There it is.
So after 3 days we will show them how is the salsa.
Yeah, well,
and then we will find the food to eat with. Normally kan orang sini tuh makannya pakai di dipping, jadi kayak chip kayak apa keripik gitu
we'll get some
dipping.
chips
But nanti kita
for a special occasion from Costco.
Okay, I think that's perfect because now it's Wednesday.
That's Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday. Okay guys, nanti kita liatin lagi ya kalau udah jadi ya. Bye.
Ciao.
Oke, sekarang bagian aku bersih-bersih ya. Jadi kalau bersih-bersih mah oke lah, aku mah cepet. Sering ini tajam. Oke, jadi aku lanjut bersih-bersih dulu ya guys. Terima kasih buat semuanya ya.
And thank you to stay with us.
Ciao.
Bye. Sampai ketemu di vlog.